Hi, I'm Wade from Thoroughbred Diesel, and today we're going to be showing you the SCT Livewire Vision. SCT has now released the Livewire Vision, and what the Livewire Vision is this is going to be a real-time performance monitor. Now, this is not a tuning device, this is a monitoring device for your vehicle. Now let's talk about what platforms this works on. This is for any OBD2 enabled Ford and GM platforms at the time of this filming. They're working on the Dodge stuff right now, so that's coming pretty soon. But anything 1996 and up, this will work on. Again, this is a monitoring device. This is the exact same platform as the SCT Livewire that has been out for quite a bit of time. It's known and loved. They just took this to another level and got you a monitoring device. So who does this work for? Obviously this works for anybody in the platforms that we've talked to you about, but if you have an SCT tuner or any tuner and you don't have any monitoring capabilities, we would ask you to consider trying the Livewire Vision. So now let's go ahead and unbox it and show you what all this comes with. And SCT's packaging is always good. I always like to compliment them on that because they really do a good job on their packaging. You guys, if you all are going to be buying stock in this, any of you other retailers, the update port is accessible from the outside of the package. So if you need to shove any major updates in here, if you take a stocking position on these, you need to add the Dodge capabilities to it, you can totally do that with the stock that is on your shelves. You get a couple of warranty paperworks there, the quick start guide for the Livewire Vision. Got a little foam cover over the Vision itself, and then there is the unit. This is the Livewire Vision. You can see on the sizing on that, pretty thin. This does have HDMI cable that hooks up to it for its communication with your OBD2, but we'll show you that. I'm going to go ahead and remove the screen there so you can kind of see what the screen looks like. Now this is all touchscreen capability with the Livewire Vision as well. Okay, what else do we get here? Inside of our package, we're going to get the OBD2 cable. Now the OBD2 cable for the Livewire Vision is going to have an external port on it to get you a backup camera. So this will accept, the Livewire Vision will accept a backup camera. We're going to talk about that in the features, but it will link up through this drop from the OBD2 that goes to the Livewire Vision. It's HDMI, and here is where your analog ports will hook in for any external sensors that you decide to add to it, fuel pressure and whatnot. Now, this monitor is internet updatable, and it comes with your USB cord for that. And then we get a window mount. I always like to talk about this when we're doing these unboxings. Any of you guys that are making any type of tuners or monitoring devices and you don't include the window mount for these customers, you're doing them a disservice. So there is the Vision and on its mount. Now that's what comes with the Livewire Vision. Now let's talk to you about what the Livewire Vision does. Again, this is a no tuning device. This is a monitoring only device from SCT. This will give you virtual gauges, so you'll get real-time gauges while you're driving down the road, being able to monitor the parameters and the PIDs that come from your ECM for the different platforms. Different platforms are going to have different parameters that they're going to be able to monitor. Always remember that. You also get real-time data logging capabilities. If you need to run a data log on your truck, something's going on with it, you need to look back through it, this will do that. You will need to download the Livelink program from sctflash.com and get that, and then you will be able to look at your data logs coming from your vehicle. This also reads and clears diagnostic codes. You can read and clear your diagnostic codes. You got a check engine light that comes on in the truck. You can fire that up and you can clear it. And while we're sitting here, let's just go ahead and let's power it up. We'll let that fire up and then we'll keep talking to you about what we do here. Now this is, again, I want to go through the platforms this works on, 1996 to current OBD2 enabled Ford and GM vehicles. This will also do performance tests for you. You can do a 0 to 60 test. You can do a quarter mile time test. You can also do a braking test with this. We talked about it being having external capabilities for other analog sensors that come with the very nice drop that they do here for that. Try to get it in the screen. And then of course it's internet updatable as well. Let me see if I can turn this over. We go to device info, and this is all touch screen here. So we'll kind of go through that. That's a little navigation screen. It comes up, tells you what you're doing here. We can change the different themes, the brightness, key on checks, audio, on screen tutorial. And so we go to demo mode here. I'm just going to hit enable. You won't want to do this on a vehicle. Confirm it. And then that's going to give me the ability to work inside of this screen and then show you a few things. So talked about it being able to do read and clear diagnostic codes, and this does a really good job with the DTCs. So we'll hit the read DTCs here, continue, and you get really nice descriptions on your P codes that come in for that. So they do a good job with that. Now this monitor does not have any gauges linked up on it. It doesn't have a data log file in it, but we're going to show you the gauges because we're going to do an installation video of this Livewire Vision on our 2001 Excursion downstairs. So we'll definitely show you that. And you got your performance test over here. Like I was saying, 0 to 60, quarter mile. You've got a braking test there. Make sure I'm not in the way of it. You've got your vehicle info here as well. It tells you what your strategy is, and your ECM and your TCM and whatnot. This is your update screen if you go to do an update over the internet here. I want to make sure I get my phone turned off. Amateur hour over here. The device info there, the device settings again, if you want to change the brightness, anything like that, that is over in device info. So yeah, and this is touchscreen that SCT does with the Livewire. This is proven. Oh, the big button in the center of it, backup camera. If you enable a backup camera on this and use a backup camera drop, you can hit that. It will come up. It's pretty quick and easy, quick to get to for you inside of the cab. So that's really, really nice. But yeah, you know, if you guys have been thinking about doing a monitoring device, you know, there's a few of them out there. SCT's done a good job with this. This is a device, the Livewire device is something that's been out for a long time. Does a really, really good job. So this is just a very natural fit for them to work into the monitoring position in the market share. So check out our video that's going to be coming with this, where we do an install on our 2001 Excursion. Really, really like this. I think this device is going to be a home run for SCT. So check out our installation video on our Excursion, and we thank you for watching.